Yo, what's going on, guys? We are here. I'm over here at the train station on my way back from school, go to the University of Miami. But of course, we got to talk about the Miami Heat because allegedly what's going on is that the Miami Heat always had a plan in contingency if they weren't going to get Damian Lillard. So I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of this information? Are you guys sad that Dame didn't come? I'm not worried, dude. Yes, they lost a few guys, but we're talking about the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, and the undraftables. Just give Jimmy Butler basically the whole Sioux Falls Skyforce, and he'll take that team deep into the playoffs with like Drew Smith, Jamar Bouye, Orlando Robinson, Jamal Cain, and whoever else they want to bring, Drew Peterson. But let's just talk about this. And this report that we're hearing right now is coming from Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, which first off, I want to say Ramona Shelburne should give every ugly woman in the world faith that they can be on TV. Because when I see you on TV, my screen cracks. But guys, hit that like and subscribe button. The Miami Heat were the preferred trade destination of Damian Lillard. And though his trade market with other teams was slow to materialize, they were not expecting a deal for him to eventually come. The Heat at one point knew a Damian Lillard trade was unlikely. I reported that when that report came out. And the Blazers traded Damian Lillard, as we know, to the Milwaukee Bucks shortly before the start of training camp a few days ago. And Ramona Shelburne went on ESPN saying that it wasn't a surprise for the Miami Heat that they didn't get Damian Lillard, and that what she had been told, they didn't have substantive conversations with the Portland Trailblazers about Damian Lillard all summer long, and that the most substantive conversation they had with the Blazers was right after Summer League. And it wasn't a surprise that he was traded to the Bucks instead of the Heat, and that they had been planning for a life without Damian Lillard, without this option coming to fruition, because there simply wasn't an engagement from the Portland Trailblazers front office with the Miami Heat's front office. So for me, when I sit here, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And the Heat had been planning at this point for Damian Lillard not to come. So maybe Austin Rivers does have a roster spot for himself. Maybe Austin Rivers is the backup point guard. We do know that Kyle Lowry is expected to be the starter. And, that's always just going to be interesting to see how they play this all out. I'm very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on what do you expect the roster to look at or to look as we get closer to the start of the season. I mean, training camp, preseason basketball does not matter because you will see lineups you will never, ever see ran in the regular season during preseason, because during the regular season, that's when you experiment playoff lineups. Preseason, you experiment regular season lineups. Okay, all the obscure, weird lineups you'll ever see. The worst basketball you're about to see is going to be played in the preseason. So whatever we see from the Heat right now until the start of the season, take it with a grain of salt. They want to be a good team, and I'm not worried.